Hey guys, happy Sunday. We actually got some good lighting today. Can you believe it? You can actually see my face for once. It's a miracle. It is 10:18 p.m. So it's a little late in the evening, but it was a pretty good day. I had deliveries this morning. Um, Came back, had a nice little walk with my roommate's dog. Then I got ready, went to a coffee shop, uh, had a nice conversation with my dad today, did about 2.5 hours of editing, came back. I ate a cheese plate instead of dinner. I was like, I'll do girl dinner. But I'm actually regretting that because I'm really hungry and now it's 10 o'clock and I have to choose my food selections wisely because I have to get up at 3 a.m. Oh, also, my alarm did not go off for some reason, and I know for a fact it did not go off. So that's a problem. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with that because I woke up late this morning and I really only made it to my first delivery by the skin of my teeth because of that, because I just naturally woke up. But I was supposed to wake up 2.5 hours before that to give myself lots of time. And I did not have that. And I do not like to rush. That is not, I'm not a fan of that. So, yeah, all of that is to say I am hungry and I need to eat something before I go to bed. But it can't be too heavy because I need to work out in a few hours. So, now there is the option of working out after my session, after my training session. I can also do that. That gives me an extra hour of digestion depending on what I eat. I have some leftover spaghetti I can heat up. That probably wouldn't take much to fill me up, but it's a lot of acid this late at night, so I don't know. Anyway, I was talking to my sister today and she tries to infer that I was old. Can you believe that? Me? Old? She's like, I forgot that people way far back in the day lived without the internet. Far way back in the day. Rude. I'm young. I am. But you know what? Even if I'm not young, that's okay. I don't need to be young because aging is a privilege and a gift. And I'm grateful for it. So it's just crazy when you feel a certain age and then it's different than how other people see your age. I think that's very interesting as well. But neither here nor there. I don't really think about age very much until I have those kind of generational gaps, whether it's like a TV show or just an experience or anything like that. But it doesn't really bother me. What does bother me is though I am hungry, and that is kind of like, you know what it is? Also, and I went through this when there was a point in the beginning of my workout journey where I was literally, I don't know what I was training for, a war or something, because I would come to the gym, I would go to boxing class for an hour and do the boxing class, but it wasn't easy. Then I would go swim then I would go do like an hour of my workout on the floor. At that time, that could include bear crawls. It eventually started to include bear crawls, and I was doing them with the weighted vest as well during this time. And then I would go swim for an hour. I got to a point where I was trying to get up to swimming a mile, and I got up to like 3/4 of a mile at the best my endurance was. And man, it was the way that my appetite changed when I did those workouts. I would be ravenous. Like, I'm talking about come home, cook a whole thing of steak and make myself a big cheesesteak, or like wake up in the morning because I would work out in the evening. My boxing class was at 5, so I'd literally be there from like 5 to 8, sometimes 5 to 9 in the beginning. And I would wake up in the morning and I would make egg sandwiches for breakfast, and there'd be like 4 eggs. I'd eat like 4 eggs is a lot for me, and that might not be a lot for some people, but to eat 4 eggs is kind of crazy. Like, it's so filling. That's how hungry I was. And I'm not just the eggs, it was an egg sandwich. So it was like egg on a biscuit with like some type of bacon or sausage and cheese. So it was a lot of food to be eating 4 eggs in addition to 2 biscuits and all that. I was just so hungry. And I have tried to increase my intensity for some of my workouts recently because I am trying to get back to my previous strength level, or seeing if I can get back to it. Last year, I experienced a really long dip in my energy levels that that really kind of like sucked. I thought it was just I was tired, and then I was still going to the gym consistently. I was still working hard and still, hitting good weight, but I could tell the difference in how fatigued I felt, like how tired I was and how much more rest I needed. And it just seemed like it happened one day and it was like that. But I feel like recently I've been slowly starting to, continuously push myself a little bit more. I gave myself a season of rest because I think that when you're going as hard as I was, your body needs rest to adjust and acclimate, and there are extenuating circumstances outside of the gym that impact you, your stress levels, how you're eating, your sleep, all of those things. And I had so many different variables that were contributing to how I was feeling. So I always advocate listening to your body and, doing what you can to stay on track, but also adjusting as necessary. Your fitness journey is a journey. It's a lifelong relationship with you and your body. And so that's going to change just like any relationship. It's not going to be exactly the same as day one. There's going to be different seasons in the way that you have to treat it, and that's okay. So last year, I remember going from like anywhere between 6 and 9 workouts a week, which I know is a lot, but I would switch it up. Sometimes I would dance, sometimes I would, box, whatever the case may be. I'll do calisthenics rings, etc. I went down to like 3 to 4, sometimes just trying to get, like, the goal was always 5 days a week, but some weeks it was 4, some weeks it was 3, some weeks it was 6, but I just allowed myself to say, okay, as long as I made 3 days during the week, like that was my minimum, and my goal was 5, then I was fine. I was okay with that as long as I was actually listening to my body if I really needed the rest. And I did that, and that took longer than I expected, a lot of months, a lot of months. And just recently, I've been starting to feel stronger again. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that I've tried to reprioritize sleep for myself. Although, if you watch this, you might disagree, but that is what it is. I am excited for the things that I've been working on. Today, I was, like I said, editing, and this is the first week in months that I've had. Now, granted, I have 3 brands, so really I'm only 33% of the way there, but this is progress. This is progress. I have a goal to post 2 reels and TikTok, reels and TikToks a day. So that's 14 posts from like a fitness perspective. It takes a long time to edit my content. Maybe I'm sure somebody else would be faster, but it generally takes me like 30 minutes to an hour to go through content, edit it, find the music, color grade, etc., export it, write the caption, upload it, schedule it, all the things, right? That could take an hour and a half, depending on what it is that I'm doing. And now I'm implementing a new piece of content, or a type of content, which will be voiceovers, which I'm really glad to talk to you guys about, because I feel like this challenge has has definitely given me more confidence to use my voice more on my social platforms like I used to. And if you've been here from day one, that was literally the entire point of doing this. I wanted to reconnect to the version of me that felt comfortable speaking on a myriad of topics online, and you guys have given me the space to do that, so thank you so much. I really appreciate your support, like those of you that are my family and my friends that are supporting me, but also those of you who are new and have subscribed to my channel. I feel so grateful and seen, because I'm just here yapping, really, and I think that's awesome of you guys. So thank you so much. So this week, if you're not following me on my social channels, it's the same name, Marjani Aladdin. I will be sharing a new type of content where I'll be doing my regular workouts, but I will be releasing the same video twice, once with a voiceover, once with kind of music like I usually do. And I think I'm going to be doing that going forward. I really do like the voiceovers because I'm not really holding myself to speak about anything specific, just like here with you guys. The only challenge is it's not that I don't have anything to say, it's how do I get it down to only a minute and like 15 seconds, or under 2 minutes, as I kind of train my audience to listen to me speak for any period of time, because for the last 3 years I've just been movements to music, which is fine. I think that was the space that I was in at the time, but I want to use my voice more, and I'm excited. Anyway, I have all 14 posts for the week already edited, uploaded in the drafts for TikTok, music selected, voiceovers recorded, captions already put on the video, color graded, edit, all the things. Like, ooh, she is doing it. So I'm already ahead on that. I do have work that I need to do for Boards and Platters, and I do have work that I need to do for Becoming Youth Fitness. Some of it crosses over with my personal page, but excuse me, I'm losing my voice. But yeah, that felt good, and now that I'm ahead on that, I can try to stay ahead. My goal is to get a good chunk of editing done over the next 3 days, because the latter part of the week is kind of busy for my deliveries, and that way, hopefully by the end of not this week, but the following week, I'll be 2 weeks ahead in content in at least 2 of the platforms. So that's the goal. While running the business, doing the training, I'm opening up training spots for May for my group training sessions, and my challenge is releasing soon. So lots to do, and I need to get up in 4.5 hours. So I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I love you so much. Oh my gosh, did I just age myself? The kids don't do the hearts like this anymore. They do it like this. See, I'm young. I told you guys. Love you, bye.